Fellow Toastmasters, dear members and guests, please raise your hand if you have at least once heard this annoying question. Why aren't you married yet? Okay, not so many people, but anyway, it's really an annoying question, and unfortunately very often there is no quick answer. And girls start to think, maybe I'm not so beautiful, I'm thin, I'm fat, and so on. I'm also not married, but I refuse to admit that there is any serious problem in me. I'd like to try to explain this situation according to statistics and one very interesting story. The name of this story is Why I Don't Have a Girlfriend, and Peter Backus wrote it. If you have time, please read it. He tried to calculate his possibility to meet a girlfriend in London. For it, he used a very famous Drake equation. Here is it. The Drake equation helps to calculate the number of intelligent civilizations in the Milky Way with whom we can communicate and just meet. And the results of this equation show us that the possibility to meet an alien is here. So it's 3 divided into 100 million. So you can see that aliens are really rare. But I think that there is one thing even more rare than aliens. Do you know what is it? An ideal man. Okay, and I decided to estimate how many ideal men are there for me. I also used this Drake equation. And to know this number, I need the following numbers. It's annual population growth. I'm talking about our planet. I'm not against interstellar romance, but let's try to find an ideal man on the Earth. The second is the fraction of men in the world. Yes, ideal man is still a man. So 15.5%. I want to find an ideal man now. So I'm not going to wait when he'll grow up like Alla Pugacheva did. And I also want my ideal man to be much elder than my father. So let's say that he'll be between 25 and 44 years old. So 16%. The fraction of age-appropriate men whom I can meet in my life is 1%. I don't say that there are no ideal men in Africa, but my chance to meet him is really low. So I calculated only men who live in Moscow, it's about 5 million, and maybe I'm also traveling, I can meet somewhere else, so let's say 1 million more. So this is million. And we're talking about ideal man, so he should be intelligent and have a university degree. I think in this situation we'll have much more in common. So it's about 50% of men. Ideal man, yes, he should be attractive, clever, and with a good sense of humor. So let's be generous and say that about 5% of those men I find attractive, clever, and with a good sense of humor. Okay, and the last number is my age. Yes, a lot of people say that I look younger, but I am 24 years old. After my calculations, I came to the result that there are less than 300 ideal men for me. Not so bad. But after that, I realized that there are 3 more important criteria. The first one, this man should find me attractive. Let's say that 1 in 5 men find me attractive, or maybe others are too shy to say it. Okay, so 20%. He should be single. I'm not going to fight with the other girls And as we know, half of the boys are in relationship. And maybe the most important criterion, I should get along with him. I know that my character is not so easy, so let's say it's just 10%. When I used these 3 additional criteria, I realized that there are just 3 ideal men. Just 3. And my possibility to meet this man is here. It's just 7 times easier to meet an ideal man than to meet an alien. Not so good. But let's look around. There are so many beautiful couples in Toastmasters. A lot of girls say that they're happy with their man, and me too. What does it mean? There are 2 ways to think about it. Maybe these girls are so happy and they met one of these 3 ideal men. Or maybe they didn't meet an ideal man, but they met a good guy who makes their life better. So fellow Toastmasters, dear members and guests, especially girls, my recommendation for you is not to try to find an ideal man. Don't use these difficult calculations to find your love. I proved that it's really difficult to find an ideal man, and it doesn't mean that if you meet him, you'll fall in love with him. But it's better to leave this difficult theory, but fun really, theory, for those people who continue asking you this annoying question. Why aren't you married yet? Thank you.